651.
246.
I should know, but he don't go nowhere.
¿Dónde tú dices eso?
664.
¿Dónde pienso que
Oye,
es eso?
toca mía, bajo la centro,
Y el pin le cabe bien.
¿Sabes quién cogió el hijo de la 79?
214.
Se asustó cuando cogió el
Ariel, dale la goma.
225.
Ya todo lo que da. ¿Qué? De la 79, 80.
Oh, Raúl, dame el celular tuyo.
Lo cogió Osuna en la mano.
¿Sí?
Sí.
¿Y qué dice?
Él sabe.
Asustó.
Está peleando con Fardel. Él tiene uno ahí que nadie.
Raúl.
Ah, pero ese no.
Good morning again, my YouTube friends and Pigeon family. Blessings Loft here, tuning back in. The official first race day has come. 120 miles, 97 miles to me. Birds were released at 8 a.m. B team was released at 8:30. It's now 9:30. Loft is clean. Same usual routine. It's a little cloudy this morning. We got a little wind out of the northwest, which shouldn't do anything but really kind of help the birds a little bit. It's more out of the north, so it's more of a slight tailwind. Got my coffee and my feed can ready. Antennas are ready. Clock is ready. Loft is once again cleaned and disinfected. Feeders are waiting on food. Got stuff in the water. Just waiting on some birds now. Completely empty. I took the extra birds that didn't go. I did the same thing as last week, sent 40. Except this time I miscounted in my crates and I put 24 in the A team and 16 in the B team. There was a slight chance of rain up until yesterday, so I didn't send full capacity, but I still sent 40 birds. That's a good chance. And then the rest of them are in here, just giving them some privacy. I don't want them in there fighting and all, so just waiting on birds. Like you seen on the clock, it's now 9:30 something, 9:34. We should be getting birds here between now and 10 o'clock if we want to make any kind of good appearance on them race sheets. All right, guys, stay tuned. As soon as I see some birds in the air, we'll get some footage for y'all. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit now. I'll check that again. Rather sooner than later. I tell you what, it's a nice day to be a pigeon and be flying home. No sun. Temperature right now is probably in the mid 60s. Having some real nice fall weather. There's the sun, if you can see it. It's kind of hazy behind the clouds, but it's out. All right, guys, we'll keep an eye on the sky and let y'all know how it goes. Couldn't even tell what time it is, but it's 9:40 something. All scanning in. Come on in, y'all. They came from the south. I don't know why. They must have overflew. I don't know if that bird is mine or not. Check that other leg. That's not my bird. It's not my bird. Birds, more birds, 10 something. I believe these are B race. I believe. If they got any kind of colored band on their feet. they got any kind of color band on their feet. 1, 2. Not sure how many birds there were there, but they came right in. That's good, and they came from the north, so we'll see. B race for sure. All right, guys. 3 more birds. B race. It's like 10-15 right now. Pardon the whistling, guys. You know, we get excited. I had 26 on the clock. That was 3 more. So I should have 29. I hear them scanning in. Yeah, that's it. 29. That's good. We should have some more popping up here shortly. I think these are a little late now. Well, I don't know. I haven't heard nothing about B race yet, but I'm on the short end, so I should always get first anyway. Get the first bird back. I believe for everybody else it's like right under 132 miles today. 135 miles is the longest one, I believe. And for me it's 103. I thought it was less than that, but they must have drove up a little further this morning at the release point. All right, guys. I'll get back with y'all when we get some birds in. All right, guys. We got all the results from the race. Not great, but definitely an improvement. Very happy with the progress we've made. Don't really ask much, but for that, at least to be able to see some progress. Anyway, let's dive right into it. As you can see, I did not win the race. The location was Claxton, Georgia. We went from Claxton, Georgia. At 8 a.m. the birds were released, 266 birds, 12 lofts that were flying from the north to the south. They had a wind out of the northwest, out of the northwest. Kind of blowing them a little bit off course, but I guess it wasn't too horrible. As you can see on the clip, I got birds at 9:50. I thought that was a decent time, which it was. But I'm flying with some tough competition here, so they snuck a few birds in. We are only 5 minutes behind first place, but in 5 minutes, as you can see, they also, before we get into it, on this one, the computer for some reason didn't put me under Blessings Loft. It put me under my regular name, my legal name, which is George Perez. Getting to it, that's where we ended up. 24 birds were sent into the A race. Placed 94th. 5 minutes and 19 seconds behind first place. And they flew at 1641 yards per minute. Pretty impressive, if you ask me. That's already improvement from last week. Last week we lost the training race by 15 minutes. This one we lost by 5. Then we get into some better news. The B race. B race, same location, except for they were released at 8:30 a.m. instead of 8. 145 birds, 8 lofts. This guy got me here by, when I say seconds, I mean seconds. He got 1 through 8th and put me at 9th place. I lost to first place by 29 seconds. The birds were flying at 1,716 yards per minute. They were scooting. As you've seen in the video also, in the A race, the A birds came from the south. So if they would have flown straight and not overflew, we would have definitely taken that one. From the B, they did better. But as you see, if they would have been 29 seconds quicker, it would have been a lot better for us. Really nice speed. I guess you could say they had kind of a tailwind / side wind every now and then. But like I said, everything worked out. There's the outcome to the races. I hope you guys stay tuned. Keep them birds flying. We're going to do some training 3 days out of the week this upcoming week. Getting ready for a 150 mile, which to me, I believe it's going to be 116, something in that area. All right, guys, stay tuned, and let's hope we can climb up the list for next week. Have a good one.